Una Kushe and Kabo, this now una current update from Sarah Fox Media with me, Justice E.M. Tijan. The Media Reform Coordinating Group, MRCG, with support from them partners, Media Foundation for West Africa, on the 19th of May 2023, we hold a one-day workshop for journalists and other media practitioners who side they talk on media professionalism and safety of journalists inside Salon. We have been a part of this workshop here so for learn from MRCG and them partners what in them gets inside the workshop.
Together with the MRCG, they did a study on the safety of journalists in Sierra Leone. That study was published and we have had discussions and sessions on the study. So what we want to do today is to look at the study again, briefly, 5-10 minutes. We look at the issues in the study, the recommendations that were made, and then how can we discuss the way forward. Are we getting there? Those things we planned, those things we said we are going to do, have we succeeded in doing that? That is what we want to do today. So after that, we will have Dr. Musa talking to us about safety issues generally. Yema Thompson will also talk to us briefly on professional journalism. For those of you who are a bit older in the media, you will know that the Media Foundation works on freedom of expression issues across West Africa. And here in Sierra Leone, they have done a lot of work, including publishing and sometimes just amplifying press releases put out by SLAG and other bodies related to safety and security of journalists. So they have been a big supporter of safety issues in Sierra Leone. So what they did, when the study was done in 2000, it was primarily to have data on the status of journalists with specific reference to safety issues. And the highlight of the study, as you will see on the screen shortly, points to a number of key things that occurred within the media landscape. So long-term project like Libya? No. Safety of journalists in Ghana? No. In South Africa? No. In the USA? No. Where? Yeah. So this is a study about you. The subtitle, can you have anything please? The subtitle of the study is what? A study on what? So there are two important words in that subtopic. I want us to, this is a flow, so let it be as interactive as possible. And under the subtopic there are two important words here. Number one is what? Policies. Fantastic. Very brilliant class. And the second one is what? Whether there are policies guaranteeing what? Safety of journalists. So that is basically what the study was about. Like I said, I'm not going to look at all of this now. This study is online. Augustine will share the link with all of you. So maybe in your WhatsApp group, you can just share the link with you. You can always go there and read it by way of popularizing. You can also share the links with others.
For the sake of this interview, introduce yourself.
Mina Francis Sowa, National Coordinator for the Media Reform Coordinating Group, MRCG.
This is when I get a training for journalists in the country on safety. What in this? Why when I decide to get them?
This is a continuation of a process where we start as far back as 2000, where we do a study on the safety and security of journalists in Sierra Leone. We produce our report there around 2001, 2002. We done the popularizer. So what we get today, again, supported by Ghana, our founding member of the whole Press Freedom Coalition in Ghana, with our Media Foundation. Now for look at the issue of safety. As a partner in Sierra Leone today, we look at how this safety business will look like. So now a forum, where we come and present that report day back, talk about current issues, I'll get the people their feedback and make recommendation them for how we continue the discourse on safety and security issues in the country.
Now, what's in that first report we talk about safety in the country and how you able to evaluate right now?
The reports that tend to be show say there were issues around safety and security. They revolve around, at that time, the journalists will take part in the report say there were issues around intimidation, there were issues around arrest, around harassment, around detention. So all of them things, and if you look at them now to what's happened in 2023, if you take arrest, the law will be give the police and power for arrest another day again. So arrest on that side and they may have dropped, but I don't mean say they happen in other areas. The other safety and security issues there. So from what you may understand from the discussion, now that most of the things that will be happen they're still alive, even if they don't reduce, but they still happen because of course they are going to continue to happen. So which means discussion like this for always to continue.
Now we get some facilitators there we then come. Who don't have them facilitators there?
So we get Dr. Tonya Musa from Fobe College. We talk about safety of journalists generally and the zoom in small into elections because we're into the electoral period. We also get Mima Thompson. We instead now big person at the media. We instead talk about professional journalism, and then we get the director of where they deal with external relations. The electoral commission. Albert Masako, we can talk about the electoral process, how they prepare, so that the journalists can understand, because even that na part of safety. When the journalists understand the process and how they interface with the process, they also help them to be safe within how the process they go.
So at the end of the training, we will count a group work where we will ask journalists them for come with some recommendations. What do you get for do their recommendations there? Their
recommendation and then they keep the report alive and then they keep the discourse alive. That means to say, when they go back and look at waiting within inside 2020 reports, see how we can even improve and update as small, and then take some of the issues that we don't come and add them to that list of issues that we will come up. So, for me, that is in fact one of the most important part of the workshop. Those findings, those recommendations, we'll take them forward. Just remember, say, like this meeting will get so today, now be implementation of the previous recommendation, because recommendation 3 we talk about regular and continuous training. So you see, so whilst we are executing recommendation 3, more recommendations they don't come. So we believe say in future we'll also implement those recommendations.
All right, for me, you mentioned what you've been the present say, or we been talk about the findings say when I've been engaged 44 radio stations them around the country. But again, one will also begin ask, as you say, some of the comments them they say, even the policies them. Now the institutions them, some of them don't get any safety and security of the journalists themselves who work for the organizations there. So I want to know what you wanna been do, wanna capture that, and then what again wanna get for do since we don't again try to look at issues around safety and security.
So on that one, the first recommendation now the 2020 report now been for develop a generic safety and security policy. We're happy for reports say we don't develop that policy there. After years and years, before we get a big meeting sometime last year, we saw bring different stakeholders in the media sector. So as we talk now, we get the generic safety and security policy. So the next thing now will be for send them to the media houses that stage out there. So they can now send them. In fact, this forum not up also help for we are working that in there. So they can send that generic policy there to the media house, because the recommendation we say develop them and send them to them so that they could develop their own. So yes, we don't take action on that, and we didn't have the phase now for send them to them for develop their own specific policy there.
So now we go into elections. So finally, from me, what will be your message to journalists them where you get to cover some stories on safety and security?
The same message we don't they talk over the years when they continue to back. There is no story worth dying for. We dey into media development, who now wade into media production, we not sell nobody for go die. We still like go count story, we not sell like be the story. Why way they go for alive? Why like count the actuality, but any actuality they make it to reality and for avoid them. That is to say, if you see danger, avoid. You get yai, you don't see. If you see say, hey, this place we go to call hostile environment and hostile reporting, they get your own tips then. If you see problem commodity, you know, I don't always say this, and a very good opportunity for your this. Possibly say BBC journalists knocking there inside South Africa, then they report about Zimbabwe. That is to say, even the BBC and the CNN, when things get difficult, if you even take the current Ukraine stuff for the happen, there are instances, whether it's BBC, Al Jazeera, or whatever, there are instances in which they are not reporting at the scene where the event take place. But we don't see most of the TV where they can now, you go see the journalists and say, look, they had the bomb before, if they know the bomb for don't it not be there. They can't tell us that the bomb before, what the bomb before, if I don't go. So which means you don't need to chase the story at all costs. If you can, do so. But where you see, say, yeah, if you like I say, problem they come, we are for balance. So we call on everybody for ensure say they're safe and secure in doing their job.